All right, Tennille asks, is a cap on coal prices a good idea? I think we've covered that, haven't we, Pauline? But let's have another crack at it. When is a cap on any price good policy? I mean, you could ask Venezuela that, or the old Soviet Union, or maybe North Korea. Has it worked for them?
Correct. No, it hasn't worked for them. Actually, they're in very poor countries. They were once rich, and so was Argentina, was once a rich company. Governments have to get out of the markets of telling private companies how to run their businesses. The problem is, that's why we're in the dire straits that we are, is government brought in policies that we must have renewables. They've destroyed the coal-fired power stations, which were delivering a sustainable energy source to Australians. Because they've shut them down, companies are shutting them down. We're losing the coal-power-fired stations. So that's why we're in dire straits as we are. It's going to be problems for us, and companies won't keep going if they're only going to get $125 a tonne, because it was a few years ago, they're only getting $60 a tonne. Well, it's cost the companies at least $60 to $80 a tonne to get it out of the ground. So, you know, it's not in their interest. The government's
making that harder and harder too.
Killing these coal-making companies. Yes, they are. Get out of the business. Stop telling them what to do.
Hey, Pauline, Tom asks, and I reckon he's probably a fan of yours, what will be the big political stories of next year? So that's an open-ended question for what's going on with One Nation, but also a prediction about where you think the government's going to land, I suppose.
Look, Cory, I know you were part of the Liberal Party for quite some time. I have grave concerns with the Liberal Party. If they don't start getting their act together and start showing some opposition to government policies, they're going to be in the wilderness for quite some time. I have grave concerns with China and what will happen with Taiwan. I actually have concerns about the cost of living, because people are going to start doing it tough. Maybe when they do start doing it tough, and a lot of people saying this, maybe they might consider who they vote for at the next election, because it's government policies that have left us in this dire straits that we are at the moment. And it makes me so mad that people think the world's coming to an end because computer modelling says we're going to increase by 1 or 2% in temperatures. Who knows when? In 100 years' time, but we're quite happy to see people dying from heat exhaustion or freezing temperatures because we don't supply the power to them. Go figure. I don't understand people. I don't understand where the heads are at because they go along with this, what's fed to them.
It's unbelievable, Pauline. I think you've summed that up. There's always a calamity, whether it be COVID or whether it be, you know, fossil fuels or whether it be climate change. There's something's going to destroy us. The only thing that's doing us damage, quite frankly, is policies by governments right around the world, left or right. It doesn't matter. They are making a mess of everything, and we've got to redress it. You know, it's going to be a big year for you in Parliament next year. And more strength to your arm. Merry Christmas to you. We're allowed to say that on this show. And I hope you enjoy a good break. And I look forward to speaking to you in 2023. Thanks, Pauline Hanson.